Tonight we are learning more about the Christmas Day shooting of a young woman in Albany. Sky Lemons Dixon, just 23 years old, died this week after being shot in the head on Christmas, spending the last days of her life hospitalized in critical condition.
While her killer has not yet been identified, these court documents are painting a clearer picture of what may have happened to her and why. Shocking new details revealing the horrifying events leading up to the deadly Christmas Day shooting of Sky Lemons Dixon. According to court filings, the 23-year-old was in an abusive relationship with 41-year-old Houston Ketter III, claiming he tortured her over their 4-month relationship, including burning her with a pot, breaking her arm, trying to set her on fire, and asking her how she wanted to die. He was also convicted of setting a different woman on fire. Documents show Lemons Dixon told prosecutors she feared for her life regarding testifying against Ketter. Her protective order expired in October of 2023, 2 weeks before Ketter's trial. Lemons Dixon vanished around that time. A judge ruling Ketter had something to do with her disappearance before trial, allowing Lemons Dixon's grand jury testimony to be shared instead. And just 6 days after Ketter was sentenced to 50 years to life for attempted murder and felony assault, Lemons Dixon was found shot in the head in Albany on Christmas Day. She died at the hospital on New Year's Day.
When someone leaves abuse, that can be one of the riskiest times in the relationship because that's when the abuser may have to escalate their actions in order to keep that control.
Maggie Frank with Wellspring, a Saratoga County organization that helps survivors of relationship abuse, says domestic violence is a serious issue in the area.
I think domestic violence crimes are so prevalent, but the community doesn't know because they happen behind closed doors. Wellspring's hotline answers 1,700 calls a year, and we see more than 1,000 clients a year for in-person services.
But says there are things people can do to try to keep safe. Folks might look at this case and say this was a woman who tried to do everything right. You know, she reported what was happening to her, she was ready to testify, and still somehow she ended up dead. So what can be done on every level really here to prevent this from happening again and making sure those who really need help can get it safely?
Working with your local agency on safety planning, working with law enforcement, with the DA's office to really take into consideration your safety plan. And the person who knows best what their risk might be is the person who has heard the threats from their abuser. So one of the things that we do is we absolutely listen to the voices of the person who has been victimized.
Albany police have not named Ketter or his associates as persons of interest in the shooting at this time. However, court documents show while in jail on a recorded phone call, Ketter asked someone to Google what happens if a witness or a victim does not appear at trial. Maggie hopes speaking out about services offered at Wellspring will encourage more people to seek help if needed to prevent what happened to Lemons Dixon from happening to anyone else. Now, Albany police remain tight-lipped on this case. I asked them for an update today and was only told this is an active and ongoing investigation. I also requested an interview with the chief about this matter and crime as a whole in the city of Albany. That request was not granted. The DA's office saying in a statement that they will not comment and advise against drawing any conclusions as this investigation continues. We'll bring you more information as it becomes available.